Ooh, DJ Neo ticket.
You know what they say, right? Can't do this, can't do that. What they don't know is that I've been dreaming about this moment forever, and I manifested my dreams into reality through hard work, sacrifice, and self-belief, cause I was made for this.
Hello, and welcome to the Hot Talk with Kyanne. Today, our special guest is Mr. Michael Reed, a Rusk College alum and the founder of Obey Your Dreams Entertainment. Today, our guest is here to talk about what it takes to start out in the music industry and how it is to be an independent artist. Thank you for joining us today, Mike Lawry. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So I just wanted to dive right in. So how do you feel the internet has impacted your artistry while beginning in the music business?
Mostly I would say that the internet doesn't really impact my artistry or the art part of it, because I kind of separate the two. The internet, if you allow it to get into the artistry part, it kind of affects the sound. It kind of affects your innate ability to be, distinguish yourself as an individual. So what I usually do is I usually just cut off all the internet and kind of stick to myself when I'm actually creating my art. So the internet is great as far as marketing and promotions and stuff like that, and it's been a big help for me as an independent artist. But I don't mix the two when it comes down to my artistry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so with that, so how did you get into music originally? Did you start while you was in college? Was it when you were younger? So what made you really want to get into music?
I was always into music as a child. I would really have music explain my feelings for me. So like, if my mom got mad at me or did something to me and I didn't like it or something, I'd probably go in my room and play Michael Jackson. They don't really care about us. Or if I'm feeling kind of hyped to go play some sports or something like that, I'll put on something like 50 Cent or something just to get the juices flowing. So I kind of use music to express how I'm feeling, and since a child I've been doing that, so it was only naturally that it kind of took its course on me, as you say. But I say my first time actually doing something in music was here at Rusk College.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So at Rusk College, what music did you get into?
So it used to be a bunch of us. We used to just be freestyling, listening to beats, just playing and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I actually got expelled from Rusk College. And when I got expelled, I tried to do so much stuff to get back in school. Like I took like anger management class, all type of stuff. But what kind of put the icing on the cake, shout out to Dean Hyman. I love you, because she allowed me to get back. I actually did a song. She still has this song today.
Okay.
I actually did a song and sent it to her. And she actually paid it for her people, and actually I had to perform it in front of the school, and she was crying. Everybody was crying and stuff, and they allowed me to come back to school. So that was like my beginning journey of like writing some music down, recording it, and then sending it.
Okay. Well, shout out to Dean Hyman, y'all.
Shout out to Dean Hyman, for real.
And so my next question would be, what advice could you give someone who would want to get into the music industry, or like a younger person who want to start out with music but doesn't have a certain direction on how to start?
I would say do your research. Google. I graduated from Google University and YouTube University. You can actually learn so much from them tools right there on how to, start your LLC, start your business account, start your first how to get registered with BMI or ASCAP. getting with Sound Exchange. These are the staples in music where you need to be able to get paid,
Yeah.
you know, doing music. So I would just say, you know, use Google to your advantage, man. It really is just simple as that. But also knowing that you have to do the work.
Yeah.
You know, when you get into this music business, people think is what they see on the outside, where it's like, oh man, they got cars, they got chains and different things like that. But that's just really the end product. You know what I mean? They just see the end product of what you've done in the background, and it really takes a lot. You know, so you have to really have some type of aspirations to get some type of funding.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have some type of aspirations to get some type of support, whether it's from the community or your friends or your family, and really just have that dedication to actually stick it out with it and actually you know, manifest it into reality.
Okay. And so with that being said, so we know that you are a founder of a music label. So being the founder of Obeyo Dreams Entertainment, how is that for you? How does it feel being an owner of a music label, and what goes into owning your own music label?
Work. You know, but I think, you know, having a degree before I went off into music really helped me kind of put the music business into some type of order, to where I can separate me being an artist to me being a boss. You know, so it's like I understand that I'm the person that it begins and end with. So the people, how I treat people, where I have to hire them to outsource things, where I might have to have a cameraman, I have to deal with that person on a business level. So I have to draw up the contract, I have to do the research, I have to understand that this person is known for these type of things, and he can only do these type of things, and I have to communicate that with him, as well as go behind the scenes and write the music, write the treatment for the video, and still be able to be an artist as well. So it's a balance that you have to have, but I think having that degree and going through the mass comm department here at Russ was what prepared me to be able to do so many things.
And with the label, do you have any music artists or any engineers, producers? Are you looking forward to adding more to the Obeyo Dreams team?
Yeah, for sure. I got some pretty dope artists by the name of Dwayne Harrell. He went to Russ College. Kima Renee, she went to Russ College. She's down in Miami right now. Tracks, 90s Babies ENT, he's definitely my engineer and the person who produces all my mixtapes. Foster Key, who has the studio that I'm a part of and where I go record and stuff like that. So everything is linking, whether it's artists or whether it's engineers or actors or whatever it could be. You know, they're all on the roster for sure, and they're actually doing great.
That's great to hear. And so what is your creative process like, especially with doing music? What is your creative process like? What makes you just want to get up and do a song one day? Or how hard is it to come up with the lyric? Or, you know, how do you fill out the creative process?
I think the best creative process for me that I found, because there's so many different ways that you get to that point of being creative. And I think the best way that I found myself at that point has been just by being around joy, being around happiness, being in my zone, being around my friends, usually having those dialogues about things that's going on in the world, and having that type of outlet to express myself, to then formulate it into ways that I feel like the public should hear it from me, or in those type of ways. But my creative process is kind of different every time, because you just never know where you're gonna get inspiration from.
Right.
You know, you never know where that motivation gonna come from, and you never know where it can tap in. You know, where it can tap into you. So I just leave it up to being here. You know, being in the moment, being present. You know, and being aware of that moment when it comes.
So what type of music do you feel like do you give to certain fans or certain people that want to listen to your music? What type of music do you feel like you give off to the audiences?
I just give myself, you know, I don't really try to, like, going back to your first question, like how the internet affected my artistry. I just give myself, like, whatever I feel in those moments of my life or how it pertains to the world. I'm just giving them 100% me. It's not really, I don't have any type of roadmap for it. I don't have any type of thought process well, not thought process, but any type of process that allows me to do this one thing one way and I'm kind of doing that. No, it really just really for the people, you know, so it comes from me, and that's the only way I can kind of explain it without, you know, going too into my process. But yeah, definitely.
Okay. Authentically Michael Lawry.
Yeah.
And so my next question is, so what has been like a significant experience or moment for you, like on your path of being an independent artist? Like what's one memory that made you feel like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life? Like what significant moment would you say that would be?
I've had plenty of, you know, hype moments that's like that. But when I saw my mom come down and go to the SEM Awards with me, and I won 3 awards that year.
So what is the SEM Awards?
It's the Southern Coalition Movement Award. So it's the awards for the South, for independent artists. You know, so with that, when I saw my mom come down and I saw all my friends and my family and they in that front row while I was receiving that award from Trina and Miami Mike and Jay Shields, you know, who are big people in this industry. That was like the moment where I was like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? I can get used to that. You feel me? And they gave my mom nothing but love, and they, you know, they gave her a shout out, and they, you know, she actually almost fell off the stage.
Oh my God!
Which is crazy. She ain't gonna never live that down. But it was an amazing moment, you know, just to have that reassurance, you know, of people who support you and love you, just, you know, to have that moment.
Just to be there. That's a great memory. And so, what inspired you to make music? Like, is there any certain artists, your favorite album, a certain, you know, music artist that inspired you to want to make music, or it was just something in you? So, who would be like your top 3, or there one artist that, you know, you just wanted to start out and make the music?
I would definitely, first and foremost, say like who I found on my own and like came into my own with was J. Cole. But before that, and like my sister, like my older sister, she Tupac. You know what I mean? My second older sister, she Jay-Z. My older brother, he Lil Wayne. Yeah. And my other sister, my youngest sister, but she older than me, she's like Disney Channel. You know what I mean? So it's like a bunch of music and from different aspects. All in one.
Different music genres all in one.
But J. Cole is the one who inspired me on my own. Jay-Z is the one I got from my older sister who really inspired me to be a businessman, to obey your dreams and still stand on that type of stuff. But musically and emotionally and like spiritually attached to something, Lauryn Hill for sure.
Lauryn Hill. Do you have any certain songs or albums that you like about Lauryn Hill?
Oh yeah, I mean she only got one, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You know, the whole CD, you can ride to that. And for 2014 Forest Hill Drive by J. Cole. you know, Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z.
Okay.
I live with those albums.
Great musical choices. And so for my next question, was there any time at Rusk College that helped you musically? Anybody in the mass communications department, due to you being a mass communications major? Do you feel like the school helped you musically develop into an artist?
I wouldn't say musically develop me into an artist. I would say develop me into a man and being able to express myself in a certain way without expressing myself in the ways that I was used to. So I was able to do a talent show where we dropped the big screen and whole Doxy go crazy, you know, and shot my music video with, shot my deuce, Smoke the God, you know what I mean? We shot a video out here and with Mel and Bruce. And it got none but love from the people. So it was, you know, it's always been in me, you know, to be who I am today. But I would just say the music side came kind of later.
And so another question would be for me, do you play any musical instruments or have any other hidden talents that you would like us to know?
I don't have any. I don't play any instruments, which I wish I should have.
Would there be an instrument that you're looking forward to want to, you know, learn how to play?
The piano.
Piano?
Yeah, definitely the piano. You know what I mean? I think Alicia Keys is amazing.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I want to be able to do that too.
Tap a tune or two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hidden talents?
Yeah.
I can cook.
Oh, you can cook?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can play music and cook, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. And do you have a favorite dish?
My favorite dish to cook or to eat?
Cook.
To cook?
Yeah. And with that being said, stay tuned as we get a little bit more spicy with our special guest today, Mike Lawry, baby. We'll be right back.
I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. He wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang. He shot me down. Bang, bang. I hit the ground. Bang, bang. That awful sound. Bang, bang. My baby shot me down.
Welcome back to the Hot Talk with Kyanne. Our guest, Mike Lawry, baby. Are there any goals in music do you have for the future?
Goals. I think we got away from that a little bit. Last year, I was reading a book called Freedom Simplified, and it just spoke about a main objective. You know, like if you grab a shovel and the goal is to get a hole, and you start digging, you eventually get a hole. You don't worry about how many centimeters it was the first time. You just really want to get to the hole, and if that's the main objective, then that's what you strive for. As long as you do the work, it'll happen. So I got away from goals probably about like last year.
Is there anything that you regret on your journey as becoming a music artist?
Regrets? No. Some different routes I probably would have took. You know, I've had a chance to be flown out to like Rock Nation. I've had a chance to chop it up with reps from Maybach Music, Def Jam, and many more labels. With the information that I know now, I'm kind of glad that I wasn't, put in a situation that I could have been in. And with the information that I've obtained over these years, I'm really more for independent artists. You know, independency is 100% the best route for any musician. You know, just owning your own masters, owning your own everything, you know, but you can also own 100% of nothing, right? So you wanna be able to have these relationships with these people, you know, relationships with labels, relationships with management teams and things like that, where you can present 50% of something and they can present 50% of something, and y'all can come together and create something amazing instead of you know, having 360 deals and stuff like that, you know.
Okay, so with that, do you feel like networking is easier or harder, especially when you're trying to get like deals or sponsorships? How
I mean,
does that go?
networking is extremely hard with the right people, you know, because with anything in any, I want to say, career field, you have circles, you know, to where you have to penetrate to get to a certain level. So only people on this level is going to interact with these people on this level, and you might get the door let open for you if you're talented enough, or if you have the right people around you or something like that, or you have the money. I look at more of networking with people as like your supporters, your fans. I don't kind of go out here and be like, oh, I need to meet Kevin Lyles, you know what I mean, or I need to meet Jay-Z or anybody like that. You know, they just like me. They artists, you know, and our #1 goal is to be heard, you know, so my networking come from going into rooms and, you know, talking to people, regular people every day, like me, you know, and giving them my experience and seeing if they can connect with it on some type of level, whether it was through the music, whether it was through the comedy, whether it was through the TV shows or the podcast or whatever, the clothing, the slogan, you know, or just the mission statement, you know, inspiring greater than others and manifesting our dreams in reality. Or they just might like it because they like a T-shirt. So I try to connect with people and network with people where they at, you know. And if it's just so happen to be Jay-Z in the room or Dame Dash in the room or whoever in the room, then that's fine too. And they'll get this work just like everybody else.
So you have your own music label, and it's called Obey Your Dreams Entertainment. So how did you first start out with naming your label Obey Your Dreams, and why did you name it Obey Your Dreams Entertainment?
Well, that's a good question. Well, quick story, right? After I graduated from Russ, I had a chance to run the second largest parade in America, which is the Bud Billiken Parade. It's the largest African American parade in the world. I was really making good money. I was really, you know, in my field and had a really good time too. But it wasn't something that I wanted to do, you know. So I eventually had a talk with my mom. And we sat down and I expressed myself to her on the things that I wanted to do in my life. And she told me that, you know, you only get one life to live. So with that life, you know, you need to, you know, do what you really want to do. And I eventually quit my job, came back down south, enrolled at Ole Miss. And I had this plan. I was going to get this refund check, and I was going to all this equipment, yeah, you feel me? And do a lot of that and get it on track and start my music career. And when I got down here, you know, school got in the way a little bit, and I just found myself with my homies, you know what I mean, Big J, Anna, Smash, the whole gang, you know, and I just remember telling them, like, man, we're gonna do this, like, we're gonna make sure we obeying our dreams no matter what we, you know, whatever you wanna do. Like, whatever, if you wanna be a teacher, you know, you wanna be the HBCU president, you know, you wanna be an anchor, you wanna be an artist, whatever you wanna do, you can do it, you know, or we can, you know, manifest these dreams in reality. And ever since then, you know, we really been putting in the work. We've been putting that message out here consistently to, you know, everybody. And that's the reason we We made it that because we just wanted to inspire greater than others around the world, you know, through music, through sounds, through art, through whatever avenue that you see fit to, you know, communicate with the world. And mostly that's what Obey Your Dreams was created for. It was supposed to be a conglomerate of different people and different artists and different careers in different forms on, but as one, and who can support each other. So if you wanted to be a teacher, you would become a part of our conglomerate, and you would be mentoring this college student coming out of college who don't know nothing about becoming a teacher. But since she's a part of OID and you're a part of OID, it's your job to take her through the necessary steps to make sure she's being successful at the highest levels, you know. And you know, that's what it's really created for us. It's family, you know, career, and art, you know.
Okay. And so I hear that you are from Chicago, Illinois?
Southside.
Okay.
Inglewood.
So how has the culture of Chicago, or like your community, has it like impacted you becoming an artist or just starting out in the music industry?
Well, it's impacted everything that I've done because it's who I am. You know, it's the beginning, it's the origin of Mike. You know, before it was a Mike Lawry, you know, it was just little Mike. You know what I mean? You know, and it's the stories that some of them is in the music, but most of them still in me because I haven't released a studio album, or I haven't put out an album yet, you know, and things like that. So, but to answer your question, yeah, it's shaped everything from who I am to the music to the way I live my life.
Is there any credentials that you feel like an aspiring music artist should have under their belt other than trying to start, you know, rapping or singing or anything? Do you feel like they should have any credentials under their belt, any other talents that could help them pursue their careers, or no?
Yeah, for sure. I think every artist should lean towards being independent. Mm-hmm. So what comes with being independent is knowledge, you know, being able to actually run your music, to being actually able to promote your music, being actually able to service your music in the way that you want it serviced to the people. And I think that's kind of critical and crucial to every artist because nobody knows what artists want but the artist, you know. Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, you can guess all day, but it's really to a point where you want to be able to, and I think that's where I'm at in a sense, where I'm mixing the artistry with the business, which they don't mix. You know, what we seeing like Kanye West having troubles with the music business side of things because of his art, you know. And I think every artist should learn the music business to actually, I mean, it's only the smartest thing to do, right? Like, it's actually like, duh, you know what I mean? So it's like you want to read those contracts. You want to be involved in a part of those things that deals with you, you know? I mean, most artists just want to be heard. Right. But that doesn't pertain to the money side of, you know, making art, you know, and making music and getting it out to the masses and the public. So everything is critical, you know, from the merch to the marketing to the promotion, you know. So you have to be well versed in all aspects. So that's why I sell the Obey Your Dreams t-shirts, you know what I mean? I create those at home and I put them out through my platforms, you know. So it's everything. Is a leg for each step for you to make it to where you need to go. And if you need to be Rock Nation at the same time as being Jay-Z, then do it, you know.
And so, is there anything that you feel like you wish you would have known first starting out as a younger Mike Lawry than what you know now? What would you tell your younger self that you wish something that you would have known when you first started out, knowing what you know now as a music artist?
That it is a music business. Yeah, like, because that didn't just come out, just come out the blue to me. I had to learn that. I had to do research on how am I able to release an album, and just go back to your first question about how the internet impacted me. It's allowed me to service my music to millions. I've been viral plenty of times. It's been plenty of avenues that I've been able to go to with that. If the internet didn't exist, I wouldn't have the chance. So, like, even with just distribution, you'll have to go to a company to get your music distributed, but I can go right there on the internet and type in DistroKid, TuneCore, them good ones, matter of fact, what's the other one? It's a black-owned company. What is it? United Masters. Yeah, United Masters. That, and they can service your record and they can put you on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal. Just to be able for you to get your music to the masses. So it's a lot of things that go into being an artist nowadays. So I would just say, just groom yourself in all aspects of the game.
Okay. And so with being an artist, I see that you do have your own merchandise. You do have other things under your belt. Do you feel like being an entrepreneur is harder or just being just the artist?
I mean, it's one and the same almost, because you don't care what people think, but you care because you have to care because it's
digital.
Yeah, like, it's just like, more people hear you if they like it, right? Entrepreneurship is more of a system.
Yeah.
You can actually just go with the system and be successful. Everybody don't like music or maybe your type of
genre,
music or that genre, so it takes it a little bit more, or way more, to be a musician. And I would just say, versus the entrepreneur side of it. But it's one and the same, because you have to be an entrepreneur to be a musician, mostly. But nowadays, I would say. But it plays a big part, It plays a really big part. And most people connect in different ways with you. So most people might like the music, but some people don't even listen to that type of music. But they like Obey Your Dreams. Yeah. They like how it sounds. They like what it stands for. They like what you do with it. So being able to be diverse and being able to have pillars to stand on and build on is crucial to be a musician and an entrepreneur.
Okay. So with Obey Your Dreams being so diverse, do you feel like in the future, do you have any goals with trying to do anything with outreach or with the communities or anything within Obey Your Dreams that you feel like that will inspire other people to want to do music? Or is it just something that you feel like that if they want to look at it and come to see you about it, or do you feel like you will in the future will want to expand more on the outreach of your community with Obey Your Dreams, or like with schools or anything?
Well, Obey Your Dreams is the end game. I'm gonna always do music, and I always do music for myself, and I always do music to please myself. I'm very, 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 very passionate about like working in the community. Working with kids like that come from the areas that I come from, and come from some of the situations that I come from. And Obey Your Dreams got an S on the end. And it's not unintentional. It's very intentional that it got an S because I have multiple dreams. And one of my dreams is to reach out to the youth in the best ways that I possibly can, which is the ways that I know how to connect with them through music, through sports, through entertainment, through teaching, through knowledge, through books, through a lot of different avenues to reach different adolescents that can grow from the knowledge that I have and also can identify with me because I'm one of them and I come from the same place. So that's the end goal, to be able to be that support system for the adolescents that come from where we come from. So that is definitely.
Okay. And is there anything you regret on your journey as becoming an artist? Has there ever been one time where it made you feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore? Or anything that you just regret that you wish you would never have done?
No regrets. I probably would have done some things differently to save time, but I'll probably still do it because I think the journey is like the best part. Like not knowing what's going on, not knowing the future, but knowing that if you do the work, you'll get a result, you know. And I think that's the best way to look at everything, because you know most people try to put a cap or some type of stigma to match with your dreams. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, most humans do. Like, I need to have a car, crib, and married by 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it don't happen to you 28. Does that mean it didn't happen? Or, well, you know, like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
In a sense, because it's still unfolding.
Right.
And, you know, life be lifing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you gotta
it's
just
legit. It's reality.
You know, you just gotta roll with it and put your best foot forward, and also just, you know, be accepting to the levels of life and obstacles that it throw at you. You know, like it's damn like a game. You just gotta be good at the game, and I love to play the game. So
yeah. So with dreaming, so who would you want to dream to work with if you did have that one opportunity to? What artist or person, producer, any writer? What would be the one person you would dream to work with?
One person I would dream to work with?
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, why? Hove? Why would you want to work with Jay-Z?
GOAT. He the GOAT. You know, he's transcendent. You know what I mean? Like, he's 50.
Yeah.
He's literally 50, and he's on a song, you know, with the hottest young guys now.
Yeah.
So it's like the longevity, the weight that he carries, you know, I admire it, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's the person that I would like to pick his brain, like see what's going on. Like, okay, yeah, I'm one of them too. Like, let's go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that'd be cool. I think that'd be great.
Okay. And so is there anything more that you would like to tell us? That anybody that's want to be an aspiring artist, would you like them to know? Like, what kept you going? Anything that you should tell the audience?
I mean, one of the things that's always gonna keep you going is, you know, your circle, like your friends, your family, whoever your support system is. It's like you draw that energy from them to continue to, on your endeavors. Like, just like when, when you fail a class in law school, you call your mom or you call your friend, and you're like, man, and they give you that energy and they give you that motivation and that inspiration to be, who you need to be, reassuring you who you are, on your journey, and it's only, everybody has a profile, everybody got different things that they like and do, and we can only thank God that we can live in our purpose and find the things that we truly make us happy. I got my mixtape dropping December 26th. I ain't gonna give y'all no name or nothing. But
So do you have a favorite album? Because I know a couple mixtapes, just because I know you do have a couple. So do you have a favorite?
Out of my mixtape?
Yeah, out of your mixtapes, do you have a couple? Out of the couple that you have, what's your favorite?
I was dreaming when I wrote this.
Why that one?
It just, at a certain point, I didn't know, and I'm still going through this, but I really don't know how to be an artist. But I feel myself getting better. So
Right.
when I first started rapping, we all rap. Everybody rap with their homies, and everybody got a hot 16. They could spit out, you know what I mean? But me knowing I'm growing as an artist and getting better, that's when I listened to Food for Thought and was like, okay, that's me hungry, knowing I want it. Yeah, I'm putting it out. Yeah, look at that, And listening to I Was Dreaming When I Wrote This, you can tell it's like, oh yeah. You can see the growth. You can understand the pain. You could see the reality. It was just like painting pictures, And it was I guess I would say that I painted that picture more vivid and clearer than any of the previous ones before that.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Mr. Mike Lawry. Is there anything sizzling in the studio or any upcoming events or releases you would like us to know about?
Yeah, for sure, man. I got my mixtape dropping December 26th on my birthday. Capricorns rule the world. We start in the year,
Okay.
But and February 4th at the Opera Ballroom in Memphis, the Memphis Hip Hop Awards. Shout out to BCF, Rico Owens for nominating me.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that. For Lyricists of the Year. And you can check out the Voyager magazine, Memphis Voyager magazine. They just actually wrote an article on me today. So that's pretty dope. And, we got, a summer tour. We got the summer tour coming up. We got a summer tour coming up next summer. So stay in tune with that.
Ooh, DJ
Like,
Neo
it's hot, it's spicy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. Thank you for tuning
You know
in
what
with
they
Hot
say,
Talk
right?
with Kyanne, and join us next time.
Can't do this. Can't do that. What they don't know is that I've been dreaming about this moment forever. Food for thought. Food for thought.